Hi everyone, and welcome back or to my channel if you're new. My name's Ashley, and I really wanted to take some time in this video to just share some feelings I have been feeling and to give others reassurance in case they have been feeling these feelings as well. To most importantly know that you're not alone, and to understand that just being present is the most beautiful thing you can do for your soul. Being present allows you to focus in on the center moment and just simply be filled with gratitude of the beauty of life and gratitude of the current stage you are in life, because you won't always be the age you are and you won't always be in the body that you are. So embrace it all.
Some tears, some stress, but I count my blessings.
Hey everyone, as you can see, I am outside. I found this really beautiful spot and it was just what I needed. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick little video. I am on my phone because my camera died, which is kind of on me. I did not charge her before I left today, so she died. But hopefully you can hear me well enough with the outside noises. I just wanted to get on here and to just kind of catch in and talk about a couple things. So number one, as always, how are you doing? I hope that this weekend or this week was a good week for you and that it wasn't too challenging or too much going on. And if maybe it was a lot, that you took time to reset and come back to center, most importantly, and know that moving forward to this new week, great things are on its way. So for me, it is Sunday and I really needed to just get outside in the sun and nature. I was feeling so overwhelmed for a couple different reasons, but the main one was comparison. And this is obviously a conversation, you know, we all have been told comparison is a thief of joy, but it also, you know, is something that we deal with, even, you know, it's not granted, you don't want to, but it is something that unfortunately you deal with or have dealt with. And I think I just had a moment where I was just being so hard on myself about a lot of different things, but most importantly, just like where I'm at in life, feeling that pressure, you know, in your 20s, comparing yourself to other people. Like, I need to be here in my career, I need to be making this amount of money, I need to have this type of house, I need to have this type of car. Like, just comparing myself to a bunch of materialistic things as if those things validated me as a human being. And it caused me a lot of frustration and just to pretty much be in a cycle of negative emotions. And so I just want to come on here and to talk about some things, which is number one, if you're feeling how I felt, go ahead and understand that it is okay. It is okay to just embrace the negative emotions sometimes. I think we live in a world where it's often told, be happy and, like, you know, don't give in to like negative emotions and all these things, but it's just so unrealistic, because sometimes you're going to feel not the best. Sometimes you're going to have moments of doubt, anxiety, comparison, etc. So I am a firm believer in embracing the ugly. You know, sometimes it is okay to be real with yourself and say, I'm not feeling the best right now. You know what? That's okay, because I don't have to always feel the best. And my emotions are valid. I don't need to perform a certain way out of fear of what others may think. I don't need to perform a certain way out of fear and judgment. You know, I can just simply be and embrace the funky feelings, because they're gonna come. So that's number one. If you find yourself in a comparison zone, just go ahead and admit out loud, journal, talk it out, etc. Just admit to how you feel and embrace it all, because it's totally warranted and it's totally valid. The second thing is to then take a moment and to see, where is these beliefs coming from? Why do you feel like you're comparing yourself? Maybe it's the social media you're intaking. Maybe it's the people you're hanging around. Maybe it's old traumas formatting. Oof, this breeze feels really good. It could be a lot of different reasons. I think for me, the reason why I found myself in a comparison zone is definitely two reasons. Number one, old traumas coming back into my life, and number two, a situation at hand that I was in. I started to believe and think like dang, this person reached this accomplishment in this amount of time. Why is it not happening for me? Dang, this person is doing these things, but yet I'm still struggling with these other things, you know? And I had to tell myself, like, okay, I know now there are certain platforms, certain things that I cannot intake. And that's okay. That's just the real truth. There are certain things I cannot intake, because when I intake those things, if I'm just consuming it, watching it, listening to it, it can put me into a comparison spin. It can bring up some of my traumas. So there's certain things I have to just be like, okay, I'm not going to listen to that, because it's not good for me overall. And another thing too is, now that you've acknowledged, okay, what triggered this pattern, now it's about finding solutions. So for me, getting out in nature, like feeling the breeze. I found this spot. It's a particular park, and I showed you all, but it was just really nice. Like, it's so green, it's so sunny today, it's so many different flowers. It is just beautiful, and I needed that. I also journal, like just kind of getting some things out of my system and onto paper. And then I also look back at my old journals, because I can see so many of my prayers that God has answered. And it reminds me, like, Ashley, remember you was so worried? Remember you thought your life wasn't going at the flow in the direction you thought it should? But look at all you accomplished. Look at all that you've done. Like, you're just on time and better timing. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a quick little lesson and check in where I've been mentally, and hopefully an encouragement to you if you feel like you've been in this. You know, navigating your 20s is definitely a type of time in life where it can be very difficult, because you just kind of reach an adulthood and you haven't been properly taught how to walk into adulthood. You know, like, you're taught the very basics in teenage years, and in school they don't prepare you for the things that they should. So, like, you know, it's a lot of first, you know, first apartments, first, you know, really getting into your career, you know, because even after you enter your teenage years, you know, people go off to college, and then, like, now it's okay, you finish college, and now you're entering into, like, okay, what is my career now going to be? It's just so many different things that you're walking into that are first, and new chapters and new beginnings, and it can all feel a bit much, because again, you really haven't been taught how to do it. So you're just kind of figuring it out as you go. And with that, it can be very easy to compare yourself, right? Like, dang, maybe I should be where this person is at that age, because we're both the same age. Or maybe I'm not doing enough because I don't have what that person has, you know? There's so many negative limiting beliefs that unfortunately a lot of people go through, and you just kind of learn, like, each day, each moment, how to get through it. And so, like I said again, one of the ways I do that is just being real with myself. Like, okay, I had a moment. I definitely compared myself to some things and people, but hey, it happens. And then number two, just getting back to the present moment, because life is so silly and none of it is as serious as we make it. Like, we make life a lot harder than it needs to be. So oftentimes I just got to get back to the present, touch my feet on some lovely grass, get in nature, get some sun on my face, understand that life is silly. You're constantly going to be falling, making mistakes, getting back up. Like, it's all going to be okay. And it's crazy too, because I was on TikTok, you know, a little platform that I love, and there was this woman reading this quote, and it was a quote by a 80-year-old woman, and she pretty much said that, like, she wished she had taken more risk. She wished that she wasn't so caught up on the mundane things, or always thinking about the what ifs, and just lived life, you know, taking risk, doing what's uncomfortable, just being, and not worrying so much about the future, because ultimately everything worked out in the end. And that was just such a reminder, like, Ashley, you're 22 years old. You really think you're gonna have it all figured out? No, you're not. And it's okay to be in the figuring out of life, no matter how old you are, 30, 40, 50, you know, we're all constantly growing beings, you know. The fact that we're still on this earth is the fact that God isn't done with us, and there's so much that he has for us. We have life in our limbs, and that's important to take. And the truth is, I'm beyond blessed, you know. Like, I am so grateful for my age and just the life that I live, because I know there's plenty of people that probably wish they could be a toe in my shoes. So I'm like, you know what, let me really embrace everything, because it's beautiful and I am beautiful and I have an amazing life. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here. I don't really want to make this video too long but I do want to say, you know, maybe you felt yourself in that position of just comparison. It's okay. It is okay. Like, it's okay. Sometimes, again, people are so hard on each other. Like, oh my gosh, comparison thief of joy. You shouldn't be feeling that way. It's like, okay, I know I probably shouldn't feel that way, but I do. So, yeah, if you felt kind of just down on yourself or comparison yourself, it's okay. It's okay. And then second, understand that it won't last for long. Get out in nature. Get out amongst good people. Eat good food. Embrace the present moment, because you won't always have it. I won't always be 22 years old in this body, unfortunately, you know. So I need to embrace this season of my life, because it won't always be here. And number 3, a just gentle reminder to you all, is to understand that, you know, you maybe had this moment, you spent time in nature, you came back to center, and know that God has you. What is meant for you will be. You're not behind in life. Sorry, y'all. My hand got a little sweaty. You're not behind in life. Like, everything is just working itself out as it always does. So, hope you enjoy this really raw video, me sitting out in nature with the phone camera. But, you know, I just want to hop on here and say, again, you're not alone. And hopefully these tips and this just gentle conversation allowed you to know that it gets better and gave you some refreshment that you needed. And yeah, I'm about to sit out here a little bit more. I didn't bring a water bottle, so it's kind of on me. But I'm about to sit out here a little bit more, read my book, journal, just spend time with me. But yeah, as always, I hope this video made sense, and I hope that, you know, it resonates with at least one person. And if it did, as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, if no one has told you today, I'm here to tell you that I am so proud of you, and you're doing enough. You are doing enough. Like, your younger self would be so proud of you. So really just take that in and know that. So yeah, as always, hope you have a beautiful Sunday, beautiful day. The sun is out. Get some time in nature if you haven't. Eat some good food, be around some good people. And yeah.